Welcome back, everybody. I believe this is part 8 of Evergreen Grove's construction here in Planet Coaster. I'm Danny Miller, once again working on my park. Last time we sort of shifted away from the focus at the front gate and started focusing on putting some trees in front here. Gonna fill these in with some bushes and flowers and things that look really nice. And we actually put down our stalls and everything that were down. We fixed this path a little bit, and I put down a carousel just to sort of get a ride in here to give you an idea of what I'm going for. I think in this episode here, I'm going to work on first the bathroom building here. And I decided that I wanted to change it up a little bit, actually. So I think what I want to do here is I'm actually going to move these because I had a bit of an idea. Because in real theme parks, your entrances to the bathrooms don't look like that. You don't go straight in. You typically have to go around a wall of some sort. And like I said, it's really good if you can make things look more realistic. So I'm going to basically make as small a path as I can here. I guess that's where we can go off of. And then maybe do another one over in this. Well, let's first place the bathroom. And I may have to move my staff building. In fact, I think I'm actually going to do that first. And sort of move this out of the way. Okay, so there's that, and I'm going to move my paths around. Delete these. Okay, so now, here's what we'll do. Because you sort of, a lot of times you have to sort of go around a wall. It's not, here we go. Can I move this? Can I building with the selected part? Wait for it. There we go. Alright. So I want to move, and I'm just going to move this block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that there for a minute and see. And the game is lagging a bit. I think maybe because I kept my texture settings on high from when we were last time, because I wanted to show you some of the textures. Yeah, my texture quality is still on high, so I'm gonna bump that back down to low. So we can maybe get a little bit better here. Yeah, this does seem to happen a little bit. Let me. How did I do this last time? Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna go change something on the computer side. All right, that seems to have helped a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna remove this path here. I'm gonna remove that path altogether as well, because I kind of wanted to go in sort of like that, but I also I wanted to go in at a 90-degree angle. I wanted to sort of go in at a 90-degree angle. I want it to be real tight. So perhaps I'm actually going to perhaps I'm going to move this all together, just for the time being. We'll make it 2 out of here, just to give it a little bit more length. That's not quite what I was going for, unfortunately. So maybe I can come off of here, and then over on this bit here, I can come off of here, out here, and then maybe, just maybe, this will work a little bit nicer for me here. Okay, so I want to edit the building. I'm going to move this, and I basically want it to be, I want them to be in a back-to-back type fashion now. Nope. Okay. So now the building, I want to move the entire building so that these are both at 90-degree angles. And I think that looks pretty good. They're not quite centered. Maybe I can do something to fix that ever so slightly. I can move them just a little bit. I mean, they're very close. But if they're not as perfect as I can possibly get them, I fear that they're going to it's not going to work when I go to do the building. So here we go. Probably have to redo the path a bit because of that, but that is okay. Yeah, we'll go off of there and there. That's fine, and then we'll come off of here, here, here. I think that's how that worked, and that should work out just fine. Okay. So I'm gonna select this building. I'm going to move it, and I'm going to move it to where these are coming in, you know, at a 90-degree angle. I may actually do it like this, and then just delete that other piece of path. Let's see if I can do that. That looks pretty damn close to being centered. So let's see if I can just move it off a little bit. I'm looking at the pieces of tile and trying to make them roughly equal, and I think that is roughly equal. So yeah, so we're gonna make the bathroom where they kind of have to go in, you know, kind of at the sides like you would otherwise. There we go. I can delete that piece of path, and they're still gonna be connected up nicely. So that's what we're gonna go with here, and now you're gonna see kind of what I'm going for here. So let's edit this building. And let's start to build. So we've got the grid here, which is nice. I'm going to turn my filters back on. And I know that that was modern wood. But I'm also going to turn on the wood tile. I'm going to turn on all the wood types again. I think that was helpful. So we've got this modern wood square arch, which I think will look nice there. This is like a coaster opening, so you don't want to use that. So I think I kind of want to put that sort of there. And let's see. And we can put some columns here in the corner that will actually look half decent and sort of cover things up. Yes, I think I am going to do that eventually once I get the walls sort of figured out. We're going to just put a regular, do I have a 4-meter wall? 4-meter wall, there we go, 4-meter wall. I'm going to put a nice 4-meter wall here on the outside. And then we're going to do, so I'm kind of thinking maybe I want this to be a little bit different looking than the gate. Perhaps I can do some different shaping here. Make it look just a little bit different than the front gate, and give it a little bit of a curved look, as opposed to the straighter look that one had. Maybe I'll go for this on the sides instead, actually, because I might want to, yeah, I think I may want to do something different here and sort of bring this out a little bit. I think this is the 2-meter wall. and I can sort of do that type of deal, and then I can sort of bring it back down like this perhaps, or I can bring it down sort of like that. And it will look because one of the things that you need to do here in Planet Coaster is you need to imagine, you sort of need to treat the buildings and everything, and the stalls and everything. They give you so much ability to hyper customize them, but they're just these little blocks. So what you really need to do is you need to kind of treat them like they're just the entrances, and that everything sort of behind them. Ooh, it's very windy here, and my house is shaking. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but you need to sort of treat them as if everything behind them is really the building itself. So those little blue tiles are basically the bath. They're really the entrance to the bathroom, and everything behind it is sort of the actual bathroom. So I'm just gonna make it this nice big rectangle. I mean, no one's ever going to be able to go in here. But you know, it'll sort of you know, maintain that fiction of sorts if we have something that kind of looks like this. So I think we're just going to do standard walls here, and then what I will eventually do is I will put maybe you know, some decoration on these of some sort. So I think that's a sort of a neat looking bathroom wall, if you will. I may actually choose to do this on the front here as well, just because I think this will actually look kind of nice, to have some different. So maybe I'll do that on the front. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just switch things up a little bit. I'll do that on the front, that outward curve type deal, and then I'll do this on the sides so that it sort of mirrors that look, and then we'll sort of do this on this bit here on the top so that it's kind of going up there. That's going to be a weird roof to build. You know, maybe that's not the best idea because I don't think I'm going to have a roof that looks like that. So why don't we look at some of the roof pieces that I'm actually going to have available to me, and see if there's something that I'll be able to make work here. I'm afraid there's not going to be. Yeah, I've got that pitched roof. This is the inner corner, so you can do something like that. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's quite what I'm looking for. But you know what? We can sort of fake it till we make it, perhaps here. Maybe I want those to be taller. After all. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that, and I think I want. See, I know I have some. I know I have some curved roofs. They're just not those types. So maybe what I can do here, I've got this slight slope. I've got this slight slope here, although it doesn't make sense to have that there. So maybe I need to take my filters off, and I need to sort of take a look at what I have as far as curved roofs go. See if I have any options here. I may not have a ton. We've got a steel roof that's got some curves to it. Oh, now that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's like a completely different material, but I don't think it's a bad thing to have you know, a different shape. Is this paintable? It doesn't look like it's paintable. So that's just whatever color it's going to be. I think that's actually pretty decent. There's a lot of options as far as roofs go here, but I think this is kind of my best option. So maybe I'll do this, you know, plunking it down, and then it'll give it just a little bit of a different look. You know, it's not the most elaborate thing in the world here, but it'll at least give it something, and I can sort of match that here, perhaps. Oh yeah, I think I kind of like that. I can sort of match it here, and then if I do, let's see, where is that other steel roof piece? It's around here somewhere. There we go. There's a slope, and then it's sort of got this deal here. So we can sort of do that. And what I can do is sort of, because again the building is not there's nothing going on in this building. I can sort of do this where they intersect with one another, and it looks a little chintzy, if you will. And what I'll do, I'll put some curved pieces there. That'll be good. And then I can put these here, and then is there a flat roof? There's not a flat. Ooh, what is this? Well, that's interesting looking. It's not really what I'm looking for. But then so yeah, then I got flat roofs. And do I have the steel? I do have the steel flat roof of the same type of what I was just building. So we can sort of do that type of thing, just to give it a little bit of a different look. And yeah, see, it clips through there, I'm afraid. It's slightly unfortunate. I wish it kind of didn't do that, but maybe I can build a piece off of there just to give it some more texturing. So I think that's fine. So this will be our sort of bathroom building to start. It's slightly fancy looking. It looks more. You want to build things that are more than just straight up squares. And in fact, in order to sort of do away with making sure that it's not just straight up squares, I think I'm actually going to build something, and maybe I'll actually do this a little bit better. Do I have a straight sloped steel roof of that type? I thought I did. It looks like it's quite steep though. So maybe it's not quite what I want. Well, I think that'll work. We'll do that. Okay, we'll go back to the walls. I'll turn my filters back on since I know that that's a modern wooden wall, and I'm just going for that at this point. I'll turn that back on. And I'll do this type of deal here. Maybe it's just an extra, piece of sinks or stalls or something that's actually occurring in this bathroom. Just to make it look a little bit more interesting from when you're in the other areas of the park that might actually be seeing this. Oops, put that down incorrectly. That's okay. So now I need that triangle piece. Where are you? You were here the other day because I was using it on the front gate. There we go. Okay, so now I've got this somewhat interesting looking. Oh, I'm gonna put those curve roof pieces over there as well, just to get it to look complete and that I've got everything sort of where I need it to go. There we go. Put this one here. Beautiful. Okay, so now we've got this fancy, kind of weird-looking bathroom building at least started. So now what I'm going to do, I kind of want to cover that up because that doesn't look extremely flattering there. So I think I am actually going to build this piece here. And that'll do two things. It'll cover that up, but it'll actually also give it just a little bit more depth and texture, because what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put some columns there as well that sort of block it out, if you will. So we'll put that up there. Is there a 1 meter tall piece? I think there is. Maybe we'll go all the way to the top with it. Yes, I actually like that. I think that looks kind of neat. So I think we'll go with that, and then I can do the same thing over here. So that, again, very symmetric, and it looks the same. Okay, so now the question is, could I have just done a second 4-meter piece? I might have been able to. Let's check that, because otherwise that's going to clip very weird. Here's what we'll do. We'll line it up at the top, and then we'll just have, there we go, and then we can just have a, oops, can have a 4-meter piece that just clips into the ground. Again, something that the older games just absolutely would not let you do, no matter what you did. You just couldn't build things into the ground. So it's nice that it lets you do that, because now I've got the ability to do just that type of thing that I want to do. Perfect. Okay. So now I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go to that columns piece, because this column intrigued me here, about putting this on the ground level, and having it, you know, sort of built off. Yeah. See, I like having that there. I mean, it just gives it a little bit more interesting type of look to just have that sort of column off of there. And you know, perhaps I'll build these on all the corners, just to give the building a little bit more definition and shape and character. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to build this little column here at all these corners, because I think it looks rather cool. So that's cool, and maybe back here I'll actually stack a second one on top, since the building's tall enough to do that, although it's going to clip through my roof there, so maybe I'm better off to just use the 2-meter one. I could go up to there. Hang on. So again, making use of the fact that you can actually build things into the ground, in this game. Perfect. All right, so that looks pretty good as far as a bathroom goes, and I think I like the way that that's looking right now. It's got this weird roof, and this weird look to it. So it's very interesting. It's you know, ordinarily I would say let's put some windows on it and things, but it's not really it's a bathroom, so there wouldn't realistically be windows on a bathroom here. Can you edit the... Oh, I think you can edit the color of the bathroom tile. That would be nice. Oh, I can. See, now this is good, because now I can make these sort of things blend in even more. Let's see, and then that goes... Oh, yeah, definitely gonna have to do that. It's awfully close to what I need. I'm kind of torn between these two. I kind of feel like I could use either, but we're gonna go with that darker brown there. It's not a particularly flattering brown color, especially to have for a bathroom, but it just looks so much nicer to have the brown tile there, as opposed to, you know, the blue. I mean, the blue just doesn't really look right at all. It certainly looks odd. So I think, well, the floor tile, the brown for the floor tile actually looks nice, but maybe for the sides it doesn't. So maybe we'll do a darker gray, for the entryway, and then it sort of blends in a little bit, to the roof that we've put on there. So you just don't have the entire building that looks completely shit brown. The entire bathroom just looks shit brown. That's not really great at all. At least gray is kind of modern. Yeah, I think that works. I mean, it blends in a little bit more, into the building overall. Which is largely this gray and brown. Okay, so now what do we want to do? We want to do some decorating on the building itself. So we've got decorate. Oh, we want some wall signs. So we want to turn our wood filters off. More filters. We want see, that's scenery theme. Property, do we have, yeah, we're probably just gonna have to search for these. I was gonna say, maybe are they clever enough to have the bathroom, the male and female, bathroom symbols there, with filters. I know that they're in here, ATM, information, first aid. Yeah, we're gonna use these later when we go over to the other side. Well, there's this. Oh, but see, that's real little. I don't want that. I want something that's bigger that I can actually put on the building, I think. What's that called? Is it called toilet? Okay, so I'm going to search toilet at my own risk here in the search bar, and oh, toilet, and basically we get two signs. I could have swore there was more than that. I'm gonna look into all because I'm pretty sure that there's more here. Yeah. So there's this, and it's a standing sign, so it's a little bit better. Geez, I thought that there was something a little bit bigger. Is there something called restroom that's different? No, there's not. I could have swore that there was more. Oh, signs and advertising. Because this is where the Steel Vengeance and the Copperhead Strike signs are. There you go. There's your toilet standing sign. I could have swore there was different toilet signs here. Maybe not. And this is just supposed to stand in there. Alright, so I guess we have a couple of options as far as this goes. We've got this, which we could sort of put out front here, perhaps. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Fences. Yeah, we haven't done any fencing yet. These are archways for, like, ride signs. It's not really what we want. We got lights and stuff. Yeah, let's go back to the buildings. Shop signs. Oh, here's the filter. Facility signs. Here we... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's much better. Huh, I wonder why that wasn't there. Oh, so we can do that. Oh, that's what I was looking for the whole time. I wonder why that... It's piratey themed restroom signs. That is actually quite funny. Yeah, so we could do something small here, which, is fine. Or we could do something large like this. What do we think? Do we want the blue? I kind of think for this, putting this on the big on the side here is kind of helpful. Is this colorable? I don't know. It's not colorable. This isn't either. This is a bit more subtle though, but it might make sense to have two of them, since I've got two entrances. You can't delineate men and women's restrooms separately here because they don't actually they don't actually follow them. They just kind of all go, oh, maybe I should actually put it over there instead. Well, but I think it should be on the front of the building. That way, people know that there's two entrances. In the real world, one of them would be you would have men and ladies separately. But that's not the way that this game currently works. So that's fine. We'll just do it that. Oh, you can put it up there too. That's helpful. But not at the end of the day. Not going to do it that way. So that's good. I don't dislike the way that looks. So I think what I'm going to do, since I've made some good progress here, I'm actually going to save both of these games, in fact. So give me 1 second to do that. Okay, so now I guess the question is, do I want to have some sort of overhang? Oh, did I oversave? Evergreen grows too. Okay, there we go. So I've got this, so I guess the question is, I'm thinking now, do I want to have some sort of overhang? I'm gonna turn my modern wood filter back on. Do I want... So the question I'm sort of debating with right now is, do I want to do something like this, and then put a column out here, overhang of some sort that people have to walk? No, you know what, I think I'm kind of liking the way that this looks right now. I'm not really feeling the need to change that at all. I think that looks fine. I think it would look good either way, but I think I'm gonna leave this be for now. So now let's see. Now, again, I would love to put like windows and stuff on this, but again, you wouldn't actually have windows on a bathroom. It's just not something that you would do. So I think, do we want to do some bushes and plants around here, perhaps? I think maybe we do. Do we have any other decorations that we can put on here to make this look a little bit nicer? Wall decorations. I'm just trying to think of find some things that I could put on here. Oh, so here's this wooden framework that I was talking about before that I really liked. And I was thinking about using this on the entrance, and then decided not to use it on the entrance. I may just go for that. Oh, and I can, and it is paintable. It is paintable, so I can make it a special color. And of course, I can see the paint there, but it's in the way of what I want it to do. Oh, but there it is. So I'm gonna make it that green. I'm gonna copy and paste that color code for now, and see if we can't place these wooden beams sort of like this, just to give it a little bit of extra. And I'm going to paste that color code, see how that looks. But is it too dark of a green? Yeah, it's too dark of a green. So I think I'm gonna just go with one of the pre-selected greens. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I think I still wanted to have more green though. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Maybe I'll go with the thinner one. But that looks really nice. We're gonna go with that. And we're just gonna put it all the way around to make it more consistent. Put it up here too on the back side. Again, it's not really doing anything back there, but when you're looking around the park, it'll just sort of look kind of nice there. And we won't do the elaborate fairy tale style lighting or anything here. And I think I will put it up there on these pieces, because then what I'll do, I'll go back to the columns where I've got the modern wood, and I'll maybe put just like I did on the back side. Change this again. Again, I'll just use my modern wood column that I know, the 4-meter one, that I know I'm allowed to go into the ground, and I'll do that. Come over here and put it in the same spot. Just clip it into the ground, then come over here, place it in the same spot, and that looks good. So we're giving our bathroom a little bit more character as we go here. I wonder, will it let me put those along here, the wall decorations? I'm hoping it will. It will! And that, it actually goes very nicely right behind those two signs. That actually looks quite good. I'm quite happy with how that looks at the moment. Let's see, we've got wooden shelves. I'm just trying to find some decorations that might look kind of cool. We've got wall trim, which I'm not really super fan of. Lateral support. Again, I've got the snapping on, so perhaps turning the snapping off would actually help some of this look a little bit better. But I'm trying to find something that actually looks halfway decent on the building before I even do that. You've got framework. You've got these type things here that look interesting, but generally I don't know that they're doing much for me. I'm actually I'm going to shrink the grid size a little bit to see if it actually places any of these things in a slightly useful way. Actually shrink it even further. Yeah, I mean, I could put just these little type decorations here. It doesn't really do much. But it might look pretty good. That looks interesting. Wooden support, wooden shelf. Again, it's snapping to grid height. Yeah, none of these. I'm not really liking any of these. Let me put on all the other wood things. There's really nothing else here that's wood that looks good. So maybe I can maybe I'll just reset all the filters, and we'll see if there's anything else interesting that sort of looks like it might fit here. A fire escape, concrete door, divider of some sort. Facade tower. See, these are just all the building decorations that you can have. Again, super customization here. Holly wreath star, metal walkway. Wow, that's interesting. Planet coaster railing, railing base, so you can build your own railings. That's interesting as well. Oh, a wooden step ladder. Well, that's kind of interesting. See, I kind of like the way that kind of looks just coming off of there. It's not paintable. But I want to raise it. I want to raise it so that it's actually going up against the wall and not just sticking in the ground in that awful way. So I'm gonna clipping through the ground. It's clipping through the ground just ever so slightly. And that's good. That's kind of what I want. And then I'll yes, perfect. And then I'll do this the same way. I'll raise it up so that it's just not clipping, or so that it just is clipping through the ground. Just like that. Cool. All right, so this is looking interesting. Again, just a little bit of theming here. It's not anything super elaborate, but we've now got this bathroom that kind of looks interesting. The back piece still kind of looks weird, at least from up here from the air. But if I get down into first person now, which I'm gonna be here, I mean I'm barely gonna see it. But now I'm gonna walk up to this bathroom, which looks kind of interesting, and oh, I want to walk into it, and oh no, I'm Water Parker now. I'm just kind of going into the kind of go, and like I said before, the buildings, there's actually nothing in here, but you got to think of these blocks as like just the entrance to your buildings when you're talking about facilities like restrooms and things, and you just kind of let your imagination go. And I think that looks pretty good myself. So let me get out of first person because it's confusing me again. I want to go back to that column and see if that column, that wood column that I had before, that was quite nice. Where's my modern wood column? Did I lose it? I think I lost it. Oh, see, oh, now here's something. I'm gonna end up removing all these columns again. Because I found that piece. Where is it? I just had it. So there's the one I was using, but here's this one. And now I'm just curious now. Oh, see, it's just a decorative column though. So yeah, I'm not gonna place that in there. I don't think the extra look is gonna be quite worth it at this point. Because otherwise I've got to try and place all those columns unless there's a way where it'll place it on top. Oh, see, it'll place it on top, and I can kind of do it like that. But it doesn't snap to the ground, so I'd have to be quite accurate with it. Boy, there's an argument to be made with that I think it'll add a little bit. I think I'm now officially in the camp that those columns need to be added there. But because that's sort of just a modification, so yeah, I mean, here you go. I'll go back down in the first person. So when we walk in, we still got this really nice entrance we got our trees over there, and we've now got a building. So now if you need to go to the restroom is over here, and I think it looks quite nice and detailed. Just some nice little features. And again, you don't just want to make square buildings. I mean, the square buildings don't look interesting. I mean, they function and they do what they're supposed to, but I mean, this looks so much better to just do something a little bit creative. So that's kind of what I've done here, and it looks a little bit odd. I mean, it's got like this sort of this tall wall to nowhere. It kind of feels like so. I like the way that looks. I think this actually looks really good from this view. So I think I'm going to end this episode, and I will add in these painted wooden columns here. And I think I will do those with the green accents to just give it a little bit more of that forest green color around these accents. So I will do that offline. It'll be like that when we come into the next video, so that you don't have to watch me redoing this building again. And I think on the next video, what we will do is we will do something similar over here for the first aid and the information. It'll be slightly different because we're not going to have these side entrances, but I think we'll do something in a similar manner. And we'll sort of get the buildings all sorted out. There's a staff building over there that we'll do something a little bit smaller for, that's not quite as elaborate, but maybe we'll do the staff building to look a little bit something like this one over there, and maybe we'll relocate it over there. So I think we'll do that in the next episode, and we'll see how we can do, and maybe we'll start building some other buildings, and at some point we'll figure out the paths around the merry-go-round there, and start getting deeper into our park. So that'll do it here for this episode. I believe this is part 8 of the construction of Evergreen Groves here, Planet Coaster. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.